Here we go! Hey, it's Chronologically Gaming, the only channel that's perpetually retro because we're playing every video game in order of release. You're guaranteed to see a video game you've never seen before because we're playing them all. Let's see where we left off. March of 1979. Where were you in March of 1979? The last game we played on the Commodore PET was Space. And let's go to our next video game. We are now back in the arcades. This is Head On, a classic arcade game. This one is going to be copied a lot. We'll just put it that way. Let's check out some of the artwork for Head On in the arcades. This is the advertisement flyer. This is by Gremlin, and we haven't seen any variations of this, but we are seeing a theme with maze-type games, the over top view, and this is just taking it on a driving theme. There's the example of the arcade cabinet, very basic actually. And then the circuit board, our control panel is one button, accelerate and move the car around. There's our marquee, and a screenshot shows you that the game is programmed in color. We were still seeing some games programmed in black and white, so it's refreshing to see a color one. All right, so checking out the manual for Head On in the arcade by Gremlin. Let's see if it gives us any information about what the game is. So this is the owner's manual for Head On, 1979. And for anything that we've seen by Gremlin has been doing the same idea. They just tell you about what electronic video game it is. So I'm not seeing anything. No, it's not. It's all about putting the cabinet together. Oh, here we go. Head On's a single-player video driving game. Player steers their car around the screen track, gaining as many points as possible in the time allotted. By maneuvering their car through the lanes, the player erases markers on each lane for a high score. But the game has an additional element of challenge, the computer's car. It also moves around the track in opposite direction and presents a test of skill by challenging the player to outsmart its moves and avoid a crash. So we are collecting items while moving around a grid before a very influential game, Pac-Man, came out. All right, so let's take a look. This is in the arcade. It is now April 1979, playing Head On by Gremlin. And there it is. So the original game, very simple design, top-down view. You're picking up small dots while you move around a maze. We have seen maze-type games, and even just straight up, you go in a maze and play a game. And this one is taking that idea, but adding a car to it, and you're having to collect all the dots. All right, so let's put a coin in and see what it's like. Press the accelerator button to start a one-player game, and yeah. So it's giving a second player a chance if they want to play. I am the white car that's moving on the track. My enemy is the red, and as soon as I push on the accelerator, I go faster to collect more dots. But the computer is trying to hit me head on, as in the title. So as I'm moving around, he's trying to get me to crash, and I'm trying to collect all the dots I can before he smashes into me. And I just have to make quick movements across the open lanes. So as soon as I can get to an open lane, I'm going to start turning. Oh, and he got me on that one. So you have to kind of think ahead of how to get around the track and collect all the dots before you get smashed by the computer, which is played by the red car. So I'm moving around, and it looks like, yep, he got me again. You have to only move whenever there's no dots on the open lanes. All right, so it's giving me several times to play. I've only put one coin in, but I get a few chances to try to get around the track. This is Head On, released April 1979, and trying to get all the dots here on this course, and it got me. See, I couldn't make a change after I got in that lane. Now, this would be, I believe, the first game we've played that was a collect the dots top-down maze game, which will be very popular after Pac-Man, but this is before that in 1979. All right, so that was Head On. Very classic, excellent game for the time. As far as our 5-star rating, this was above average. This is considered a good game, very addictive for the time. I'm going to go ahead and give this one 4.5 stars because of how well and how easy and just pick up and play. It works really well. So excellent game for 1979. Head On. We're going to see numerous copies of that one.